Do you live paycheck to paycheck? Do you ever wonder where all your money from the last paycheck went? This is a problem many people face, but you don't have to be one of them. A tire blows, you have to take an unplanned trip to the doctor, an emergency trip to the vet. Now you're back at the beginning of the cycle, waiting for that next paycheck so you can do it all again. Maddening. Let's take a look at the situation and find how we can fix it and break free from this cycle. My name's Matt and I teach about personal finance. Today we're going to talk about the tragic cycle of personal finance. Let's get started. The cycle is broken down like this. Make money, spend money without a plan, either run out of money and be flat broke, run out of money before all the bills are paid and putting the rest on credit cards, plunging yourself into debt, or pay all your bills with a little money left over but no idea how you did it. And then that money gets gobbled up by spending on frivolous things you didn't plan for, or it sits in financial purgatory, the savings account. Even for those who put that little bit of money into a savings account, something usually happens that eats it up because they have no financial plan for emergencies. People get paid and spend money without any real idea where it went, or how much they spent on any given category like entertainment, how much money was spent on food, and they always spend in the now. They don't ever put money away for future purposes like retirement, emergencies, or planned purchases. If you do not prepare for the future will always have the upper hand. Murphy's Law doesn't exist for no good reason. We must maintain our present while preparing for the future on all fronts. Think of this like a war, but instead of preparing for an invasion by land, sea, or air, you're preparing for future financial needs in the form of retirement, emergencies, and planned purchases. We'll cover each of these, but let's back up for a second. When you focus on spending in the now, a couple of problems happen. You spend all your money and zero out, having to wait until your next paycheck before you can do anything else. You manage to have a little bit of money left over compared to normal, but no idea how you did it, and instead of giving it a job, you treat yourself, spending it on whatever, or letting it get absorbed by future spending and expenses. Or sometimes, even worse, you run out of money before your bills are all even paid. And you literally have no idea how you ran out of money a whole week sooner than you did last month. Your income hasn't changed. You don't think you spent money any differently than you did the month before. So you shrug and carry on with the mindset that you'll take care of the rest when you get another paycheck. I want you to start thinking about money like this, and I want you to think this way whenever you're shopping for anything at all. I will spend my money today with tomorrow in mind. We have to force ourselves to shift our thinking to a state that takes our future desires and obligations into consideration when it comes to our spending. There are a few fixes for this, and they have to be in this order. First, expenses. You need to start tracking all of your expenses and systematically go through them, looking specifically for ways you can cut back and save money. Groceries are huge here. So many people don't even think about groceries when considering ways they can cut back and save money. But you can save a fortune here. Go watch one of my videos about saving with groceries. Like the meal plan that costs $150 a month for 3 meals a day, if you're spending $400 a month on groceries and adopt that strategy, that's already $250 a month saved from one category.
You do not have to eat ramen every day.
Go through every spending category with your bank statements in hand and start cutting things back and cutting things out. If you want me to do a deeper dive on this, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a video going through every category and ways that you can cut back and save money. Now that we've taken a look at our expenses and where we can cut back, it's time to dive into our income sources. There's a lot of commotion about how wages are not high enough right now, but we are not here to talk about that. If the whole world started making more money tomorrow, that would be great. But we have to fight the battle of the day, and that means making the most of what we have right now. You need to decide if your career is worth staying in or if you need to start climbing the ladder somehow. Under no circumstances should you be looking to spend your entire life in the same position without moving up the ladder, regardless of what that position may be. Keep moving forward. If you don't think you can start climbing where you are, you need to set up interviews now. Seriously, if that's the case, set up some interviews right after you finish this video. If it were me, I'd be looking for jobs that either offer free tuition for employees, great retirement benefits like a match, or growth and expansion opportunities within the company, like a trade that I can become licensed in and potentially own my own business someday. A few good examples like these are electricians, plumbers, construction workers, personal services, and more. People almost always make more money when they change jobs intentionally with the goal of increasing their take-home pay. So if you've already taken care of your expenses and managed to start saving, and now you've got a raise either from climbing up the ladder in your company or getting a new job somewhere else for a higher salary, you're looking pretty good. But there's one final part to really breaking free and attaining financial independence. Real fast, if you guys are finding value in the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. My mission is to spread financial literacy and help people win with money. A like goes a long way. Time for hidden fix number 3. One people don't seem to talk about very frequently. Now that we've got our 2 fixes for our money management problem, we need to look at what we should be doing with that money you're saving. You need to put aside an emergency fund immediately. This is your Murphy shield. A tire going out and costing you $200 you weren't expecting isn't such a big deal when you've got $3,000 set aside specifically for things just like that. Pro tip, whenever you have to spend money out of your emergency fund, your new priority is always refilling your emergency fund before putting money into other categories of saving. An emergency fund is typically 3 to 6 months of expenses in a dedicated savings account. This will make you feel so much better and so much less stress in your life that I can't even describe it with words. You have an emergency fund and have experienced how much easier it is to handle emergencies because of it. Please help stress the importance of this to others in the comments below. Now, we need to give a job to every dollar we save outside of the emergency fund. This includes retirement, planned purchases, and maintenance or repairing things that need to be maintained or repaired. First, let's talk about planned purchases. We need to budget for all big purchases, whether it's repairing a couch, replacing your car, or saving for a down payment to buy a house. Remember, spend money today with tomorrow in mind. If your couch or your car are in rough shape and you know they're gonna go soon, don't be saving money and committing yourself to the idea that that money is gonna be for a down payment on a house 3 years from now. That money is gonna be for your couch and your car. We should always be putting money away to replace or repair things that get used and abused over time. Failing to plan for this makes things catch us off guard and not have money prepared for that. When you don't have any things that need to be replaced soon on the table, we can start shifting our focus to saving towards large things like a down payment on a house or filling an opportunity fund. An opportunity fund is just for things like buying the dip, buying or starting that business you have in mind, or other forms of opportunities that come up that aren't planned for, but we don't want to miss out on either. Those will happen in your life a lot more frequently than you think, and even more so when you have an opportunity fund enabling you to take advantage of them. Now this leaves us with the final, ultimate savings category, retirement. This is your get out of the rat race card, the I won the game card. It's your financial freedom. I usually recommend aiming for Coast Fire as a priority. Again, that's something that's a whole video all to itself. So we're thinking about our retirement, and the one thing I want you to remember about this category is we should always be saving money into this category. Look at your budget, see how much money you can start putting into it, and start doing so and never look back. You should also be looking to increase how much you put into this category with every single raise you get. You don't have to put all your savings towards retirement, and you don't have to put your whole raise towards retirement. At the very least, you should be scaling your contributions until they're at a point where you're on track for your retirement goals or to hit your FIRE number. To learn more about those, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my What is Coast FIRE videos, or just check my channel to see if they're out by now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.